Hello viewers. As per the feedback received, as per the requirements of the viewers, today we came with important question and answers on priority sector lending. As the first question, identify the priority sector in the below options. 1. Agriculture. 2. MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises. 3. Export credit. 4. Education. 5. Housing. 6. Infrastructure. 7. Renewable energy. Yeah, correct. All the above is the correct answer. All the above is the correct answer. In addition to loan sanction to weaker section also will come under private sector. Loan sanction to distressed person will come under private sector. Loan sanction to state sponsored organization like scheduled tribe organization, scheduled caste organization will come under private sector, and loans to startups up to 50 crores also will come under startups. The next question is, what is NBC and CBOBE and its criteria to private sector? 1. Average net banking credit and credit equivalent of balance sheet items, whichever is higher. Option number 2. Average net bank credit and credit equivalent of balance sheet items, whichever is lower. Adjusted net bank credit and credit equivalent of balance sheet items, whichever is lower. Adjusted net bank credit and credit equivalent of balance sheet items, whichever is higher. Which one is the correct answer? This question is prepared for better understanding purpose. Even though there are separate percentages for different categories. That means for total private sector it is 40%, agriculture 18%, for MSME it is different percent. Like domestic commercial banks is different percent, foreign bank different, foreign bank less than 20 branches it is different. Rural banks it is different, small finance banks it is different. Likewise, it is different for every category, but basically it is adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent of balance sheet items, whichever is higher is the correct answer. Next question, what is the target for total private sector lending to commercial banks and foreign banks 20 branches and above? Option number 1, 75% of ANBC. Option number 2, 18% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Option number 3, 40% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Option number 4, 35% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. The correct answer is total private sector target for domestic commercial banks and foreign banks with 20 branches and above is 40% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. This 75% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher, will come for small finance bank, and 18% of ANBC and COBE, whichever is higher, will come for small finance bank for agriculture category, and there is no such 35% for anything. Now in this question the correct answer is 40% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. What is the target for private sector lending to foreign banks with less than 20 branches? Option number 1 is 40% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. And option number 2 is 40% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher, out of which 32% can be in the form of lending to exports and not less than 8% can be to any other private sector. And option number 3 is 18% ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% is prescribed for small and marginal farmers. And option number 4 is not applicable. What is the target for private sector lending to foreign bank for less than 20 branches? The correct answer is 40% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher, out of which 32% can be in the form of lending to export and not less than 8% can be any other private sector. This is the correct answer. And 40% of ANBC or COBE, you all know that already it is for a total private sector target for domestic commercial banks and foreign banks with more than 20 branches. And 18% of ANBC and COBE is the target for agriculture. 18% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% is prescribed for a small and marginal farmers is the target for agriculture for domestic commercial banks. What is the target of private sector lending to regional rural banks? Option number 1, 75% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. However, lending to medium enterprises, social infrastructure and renewable energy shall be reckoned for private sector achievement only up to 15% of ANBC. Option number 2, 40% of A and B, C or COB, whichever is higher. Option number 3, 18% of A and B, C or COB, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% is prescribed for small and marginal farmers. Option number 4, 75% of A and B, C or COB, whichever is higher. Here the correct answer is 75% of A and B, C or COB, whichever is higher. However, lending of medium enterprises, social infrastructure and renewable energy shall be reckoned for priority sector achievement only up to 15% of A and B, C. This is the correct answer with regard to regional banks. What is the second option? 40% of A and B, C and COB, whichever is higher. This is domestic commercial banks and foreign banks with 20 branches and above. 18% of A and B, C and COB, this is with regard to agriculture for domestic commercial banks as well as rural banks and small finance banks. And 75% of NBC, it is incomplete, nothing is like that. What is the target for priority sector lending to agriculture for domestic commercial banks, RRBS and small finance banks? Option number 1, 18% of NBC or COB, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% is prescribed for small and marginal farmers. Option number 2, 7.5% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Option number 3, 12% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Option number 4, 15% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Which one is the correct answer? Whether it is domestic commercial banks, regional rural banks or small finance banks, whatever it may be, for agriculture, the target is 18% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% is prescribed for small and marginal farmers. This is the correct answer. Now we will move to next question. What is the target for priority sector lending to micro enterprises for domestic commercial banks, regional rural banks and small finance banks? Option number 1, 18% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% prescribed for small and marginal farmers. And option number 2, 7.5% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. Option number 3, 12% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. Option number 4, 15% of ANBC and COB, whichever is higher. Which one is the correct answer? We can exclude that first one. Already that in that there is a hint for small and marginal farmers. Now we are asking the question is about micro enterprises. So first one is, we can exclude the first option. And what is the correct one? For micro enterprises, whether it is domestic commercial banks, regional rural banks or small finance banks, the target is 7.5% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Next, what is the target of priority sector lending advances to weaker sections for domestic commercial banks, small finance banks? Option number 1, 18% of ANBC or CBOE, whichever is higher, out of which a target of 10% is prescribed for small and marginal farmers. Option number 2, 7.5% of ANBC or CBOE, whichever is higher. Option number 3, 12% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. Option number 4, 15% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. Which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is 12% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. We will see the other options also. The first option relates to agriculture and the second option is related to MSME. Third option is the correct answer and fourth option related to regional rural banks for weaker section target. Next question. What is the target for private sector lending of advances to weaker sections for regional rural banks? Option number 1, 18% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher, out of which 10% prescribed for small and marginal farmers, 7.5% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher, 12% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher, 15% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. In the previous question, we have discussed the answer for this question. You know that the correct answer is 15% of ANBC or CBOE, whichever is higher. Lending for agriculture sector will include 1, farm credit, 2, agriculture and allied activities, lending for agriculture infrastructure and ancillary services, ancillary activities. And what is the correct answer? All these are subsectors of agriculture. So any finance or any lending done to this, either farm credit, agricultural activities, agriculture infrastructure or ancillary activities will be treated as lending to agriculture. Now we will see the next question. Marginal farmers will include the following: farmers with land holding up to 1 hectare, farmers with land holding up to 1 acre, farmers with land holding up to 2 hectares, and none of the above. Which one is the correct answer? Marginal farmers means farmers with land holding up to 1 hectare is the correct answer. Now we will move to next question. Small farmers will include the following: farmers with land holding 1 hectare to 2 hectares, farmers with land holding up to 1 acre to 2 acres, farmers with land holding above 2 hectares, none of the above. Which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is farmers with land holding 1 to 2 hectares are treated as small farmers. Now we will see limit for cooperative societies of farmers for purchase of produce of members under ancillary services. What is the limit? 3 crores. Option number 2 is 1 crore. Option number 3 is 2 crores. Option number 4 is 4 crores. Option number is 5 crores. Which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is 5 crores. And this is not applicable for urban cooperative banks. The next question is limit for startups as per definition of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, that are engaged in agriculture and allied services. Option number 1 is 30 crores. Option number 2 is 10 crores. Option number 3 is 20 crores. Option number 4 is 40 crores. And option number 5 is 50 crores. Which one is the correct answer? The limit for startups is 50 crores is the correct answer. We will move to next question. What is the limit for loans for food and agro processing per borrower from the banking system under ancillary services? Option number 1 is 300 crores. Option number 2 is 100 crores. Option number 3 is 200 crores. Option number 4 is 400 crores. Option number 5 is 500 crores. Which one is the correct answer? The loans for food and agro processing to an aggregate sanction amount of 100 crores per borrower from the banking system is the correct answer. What is the limit for loans to individuals solely engaged in allied activities without any accompanying land holding criteria for the purpose of computation of achievement sub-target under small and marginal farmers? Option 1 is 3 lakhs, option 2 is 1 lakh, option 3 is 2 lakhs, option 4 is 4 lakhs, option 5 is 5 lakhs. Which one is the correct answer? 2 lakhs is the correct answer. Up to 2 lakhs can be taken for computation of small and marginal farmers without any land holding criteria. What is the limit for loans to farmers for post-harvest loans against pledge of warehouse receipts for maximum amount and maximum period up to can be treated as farm credit under individual farmers? After going to options, the correct option is the maximum amount is 50 lakhs and for a period of 12 months. This can be treated as farm credit. What is the limit for loans to farmers for post-harvest loans against pledge of negotiable warehouse receipts or ENWR, electronic negotiable warehouse receipts for maximum amount or period can be treated as farm credit? After going through the options, the correct answer is 75 lakhs and 12 months is the correct answer. What is the private sector revised target for small and marginal farmers for the year 2023 and 24? The correct answer is 10%. These targets are revised from 2021 and 22. For 2021 it is 8%, 21-22 it is 9%, 2022 and 23 it is 9.5%. For 2023 and 24 for small and marginal farmers target is 10%. Now the answer is 10%. Likewise, what is the priority sector revised target for weaker sections for the year 2023 and 24? Option A 8%, option 2 9%, option 3 9.5%, option 4 10%, option 5 12%. Which one is the correct answer? Target for 2023 and 24 it is 12%. As discussed earlier, for 2020-21 for weaker sections it is 10%, for 2021-22 it is 11%, for 2022 and 23 it is 11.5%, and for 2023 and 24 it is 12%. Now the correct answer is 12%. Under priority sector agriculture category, agriculture infrastructure subcategory, per borrower loan limit from the banking system is how much? 1. 75 crores, option 2 50 crores, option 3 100 crores, option 4 25 crores. Which one is the correct answer? Under agriculture infrastructure will be subject to an aggregate sanction limit of 100 crores per borrower. The activities covered are loans to construction of storage facilities just like warehouse, market yards, godowns, including cold storage, etc., and soil conversion and watershed development, and plant tissue culture, agri-biotechnology, seed production, production of biopesticides, etc., loans for construction of oil extraction, processing units, and production of biofuels, and their storage also will be covered under infrastructure. Under ancillary activities, loans for food and agro processing up to an aggregate sanction limit of how much per borrower from the banking system? The answer is 100 crores. Under ancillary services, loans up to 5 crores to cooperative societies for farmers for purchase of produce of their members, and 50 crores to startups, and a loan for food and agro processing, an aggregate sanction amount of 100 crores per borrower from the bank system will become under ancillary services. Now the answer is 100 crores. Just now we have discussed under ancillary activity loans for cooperative societies of farmers for purchase of produce of members, sanction limit of dash per borrower for private sector. Option number 1 is 5 crores, option number 2 is 50 crores, option number 3 is 100 crores, option number 4 is 25 crores. What is the correct answer? Already we have discussed in the previous question. The correct answer is 5 crores. Loans and project costs to individuals in metropolitan cities, that is with population of 10 lakhs and above, to housing sector will be treated as private sector up to option 1 30 lakhs and 45 lakhs respectively, and option 2 35 lakhs and 45 lakhs, option 3 25 lakhs and 30 lakhs, and staff housing loans irrespective of the limit, and option number 5 25 lakhs and 45 lakhs. Which one is the correct answer? Loans to individuals up to 35 lakhs in metro cities and 25 lakhs in other centers for purchase and construction, and the project cost should not exceed 45 lakhs in metro and 30 lakhs in other centers. Further, housing loans to own employees will not be classified as private sector. Now the answer is 35 lakhs and 45 lakhs. Under private sector norms, loans to individuals other than metropolitan centers, the housing sector is 30 lakhs and 45 lakhs, 35 lakhs and 45 lakhs, 25 lakhs and 30 lakhs, staff housing loans with respect of the limit, and 25 lakhs and 45 lakhs. Which one is the correct answer? In the previous question also we have discussed it. The correct answer is 25 lakhs loan and 30 lakhs is the total cost. It will come under private sector. What is the limit for loans to individuals for repairs in metropolitan centers to housing sector to treat as private sector? For repairs in metro centers, it is 10 lakhs. What is the limit for loans for individuals for repairs in non-metro centers in housing sector? Option 1 is 15 lakhs, option 2 is 10 lakhs, option 3 is 5 lakhs, option 4 is 6 lakhs, and option 5 is 8 lakhs. Which one is the correct? Loans up to 10 lakhs in metro centers and up to 6 lakhs in other centers for repairs to damaged dwellings as per the overall cost prescribed. Now the answer is 6 lakhs. Limit for bank loans to any government agency for construction of dwelling units or for some clearance and rehabilitation of slum dwellers subject to dwelling units with corporate area not more than 100 square meters, 2 50 square meters, 3 75 square meters, 4 60 square meters, and 5 80 square meters. Which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is 60 square meters. Limit for bank loans for affordable housing projects using at least dash percentage of floor area ratio and floor space index for dwelling units with corporate area not more than 60 square meters. What is the percentage? 50% is the correct answer. Bank loans up to a limit of dash per borrower for setting up schools, drinking water facilities, and sanitation facilities, including construction, refurbishment of household toilets, and water improvements at household level under social infrastructure. 1 5 crores, 2 10 crores, 3 15 crores, 4 25 crores, 5 35 crores. 5 crores is the correct answer. Here this question is regarding Ayushman Bharat in Tier 2 to Tier 6 cities regarding creation of healthcare facilities. What is the limit of bank loan under social infrastructure? Among the options, the correct answer is 10 crores. Now we came to the topic renewable energy under private sector. What is the limit of bank loan to borrowers for purpose of solar-based power generation, biomass-based power generation, windmills, micro hydel plants, and non-conventional energy-based public utilities, street lighting systems, remote village electrification, etc., will be eligible for private sector classification under renewable energy? What is the limit for renewable energy? Up to 30 crores it will be treated as private sector. What is the limit for individual households under renewable energy? It is option number 1 is 5 lakhs, option number 2 is 10 lakhs, option number 3 is 15 lakhs, option number 4 is 25 lakhs, and option number 5 is 30 lakhs. Which one is the correct answer? The limit under private sector for renewable energy for individual households, it is 10 lakhs. Next question. Loans to distressed persons other than distressed farmers indebted to non-institutional lenders for not exceeding how much amount per borrower to repay their debts for non-institutional lender eligible for private sector classification. Option number 1 is 5 lakhs, option number 2 is 1 lakh, option number 3 is 15 lakhs, option number 4 is 25 lakhs, option number 5 is 30 lakhs. Which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is 1 lakh. Loans to individual for education purpose, including vocational courses, not exceeding how much amount will be considered as eligible for private sector classification. Option number is 4 lakhs, option number 2 is 20 lakhs, option number 3 is 10 lakhs, option number 4 is 5 lakhs. 20 lakhs is the correct answer.